Hello, we are here. It is visibility and revenue making week, and I can't tell you how freaking excited I am. I've had only one cup of coffee today, and I'm already like ready to just jump out of myself. So I hope that you are as excited as I am. Welcome to a new reality to how you work social media as a vehicle to market yourself, your business, your offers, your services, all of it. So here's the deal. This is part one today of our three-part series to creating multiple six figures with revenue generating live streams. And I'm so excited to be here for you to give me the opportunity, honestly, to teach you, to guide you, and to help you implement this framework that I have been using over the last about decade, as well as using this for our high level private agency clients and teaching my mentorship clients. So, if we haven't officially met yet, because I know there's a lot of new people that have come into the Facebook community. So, if you have just come into my space, into the world of Facebook on my personal profile or over on LinkedIn or on my pages, again, welcome. My name is Ginna Tassanelli. I'm the CEO of Hype Media, stylishly branded and Style Rebel Mama. I'm also known as the go-to marketing expert that creates, executes, and educates on accelerated results-driven marketing strategies for experts and business brands. And so our clients are typically industry experts, consultants, coaches, even e commerce shop owners and brands that desire to make an impact and build high performing and profitable businesses using the online space in a humanized way as a vehicle to do so. Now, I hope that you caught one of the words that's really important in what I just said: humanized. And so that is going to really be the anchor to everything that I'm going to share with you over the next several days. So, sharing this process and applying it to not only my businesses, but to our clients really started from a consistent theme and conversations that I've had, especially with women entrepreneurs, which is probably most of you watching right now, right? About their positioning on social media using their profiles, their content, and my favorite thing, which is what we're going to be really honing in on, the use of video. Okay. And so some common hurdles that I catch people saying are things like, I'm a very private person, or it's awkward to talk about myself on social media and celebrate my results and my clients and my wins. Or here's one: I have no celebrity status or influence, so why would people want to watch me on video? Or maybe you just have said to yourself, I don't know what the hell to say on video. And I don't really like how I look on video, right? You are looking back at yourself when you're on video. Or maybe it's, I don't want to spend more time on social media. Raise your hand if that's you, because I definitely don't. And I don't have time to either. As you heard me say, I do have three parts to my business. So I don't have time to waste on social media either. Right. So, which one of those is something that you would typically say to yourself? And here's what I want to tell you too: this is a no judgment zone. So, anytime you are in one of my spaces, it's no judging. Okay. Here's the thing: I said all of these things to myself too. Okay. So I'm speaking from personal experience, not just as an expert that's been doing this now for almost 15 years. And all of these valid hurdles and challenges, they're valid. That's the bottom line to that. And here's the thing too, is I hear this from all success levels, whether you are new in business. So let me know, how many years have you been in business? Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've been in business for decades, like myself. Let me know how many years down below. So, whether you're new or you are I don't like to use this word, but because it makes us sound old, a seasoned business owner, right? That's been in business for decades, or for a decade, for 10 years, 5 years, like myself, having the same success that I was having offline, it was challenging for me to multiply that same success in the online space until I did the things that I'm going to share with you. And so I want you to know that it's okay. This is a normal thing. But what I want to do is to help you collapse the time that it takes you, because I've done a lot of trial and error. I've been in a lot of courses, even as somebody who has her own programs and coaches and mentors people. I too have put myself through courses as well. And so what I want you to take out of this are the strategies that I have found that have worked for me are working for our clients, which are multiple 7-figure, 8-figure entrepreneurs as well as corporations. And then we do work with people that are just getting started over the last couple years. But these strategies are going to really close that gap. So the thing is that social media is not a vehicle that entitles us to get noticed just because we are posting, okay? As entrepreneurs, we become impatient. We think that because we post daily, right? Maybe somebody's told you need to post daily, or you need to post 3 or 4 times a day, or you need to do a video every single day, that we now are deserving of the ideal clients to come to us and to be attracted to us, right? Or because we have an incredible website that we've spent tons of money on and time to actually get launched, now we deserve all of this traffic. Or that our offer is so incredible that our audience should just pay attention to what we have. But here's the thing, it doesn't work that way. All right. So on social media, we must earn the attention from our audience by building that know, like, trust, and eventually buy factor. And using live stream video by far is the fastest way to do this, because it highlights you as the expert. It gets people to know you and the value that you bring to them. And so, although I will tell you that there are many strategies that we do on a consistent basis, both in my own business, we do this for our agency clients, and I also teach them, right? So this isn't just like a one strategy and only do this. However, this is the one strategy using revenue generating live streams that is consistently a fail proof strategy. And it comes in stages, right? Just because you just started on social media, or, just because you maybe are super successful in the offline world, meaning in person, does not mean that all of a sudden you're going to build multiple 6-figure revenues from just doing one live video. So there are stages, but I'm going to walk you through those stages. All right. A problem that I notice is that, and listen, I did this too, is that many of us don't understand how to do this consistently, how to use live video consistently, and just content in general, content marketing consistently and with strategy, so that there is purpose to how we're showing up and how we're delivering what we're showing up with. Right. And so not knowing is a normal thing. It's not like I personally woke up one day and was like, oh, I know exactly how to navigate the online space. This doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. Okay. These are skill sets that you learn, and they build in stages. And just like in your business, right? Just like when you learn a new skill set in your business, you get better as you progress. But instead, what happens is that we either throw in the towel way too soon, or we don't show up. We're not consistent. We don't have a strategy. We don't have a plan. And we sometimes even vomit content. What do I mean by that? Dumping content all over the place just to post because, like I said, someone told us that we need to post every single day. And then what do? We get crickets, and we say, I tried that and it didn't work and I got no sales and I'm over this, right? So how many of you feel that way? Because I know that the people that I speak to are not the only one. So here's what happens. We get very clouded by the need to make money in our business. And in order to have a business, we need to make sales, right? But we forget that in order to do so, we need to also market ourselves. From that marketing, we generate leads. From those leads, we convert them into sales. And we forget that in order to earn our audience, meaning our ideal clients' trust, so that they want to throw their credit cards at us, we have to build that credibility. And without that credibility and that trust, there's not going to be sales or leads or sales. Okay. So how does live video accelerate this? For one thing, it can help you build trust with your audience. And I think I've already articulated that pretty clearly, but it happens really quickly when you use live video, more so than just by images, using images and text. It's a fact. Okay. When people feel like they know who you are and what you stand for, they're more likely to trust you. And that happens through video. It's the same thing as when you are speaking to somebody in person. When you use video, you are mirroring that same type of conversation. The thing is that we're doing it through a camera. And so for many of us, we like freeze, right? We paralyze and we're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But what I want you to get out of this is that you're just having conversations with people through the camera, just like it as if you were on Zoom. Okay. Because when people feel that energy, like you are watching me right now, I'm speaking to a camera, but I know that you're watching, right? And so you are getting to hear my voice, you're getting to know my personality, my quirks, and you are going to figure out if I am somebody that you feel that you can trust and that you want to continue to follow along with, and maybe have me as your guide moving forward. Without video, that energy would not happen, right? So they're going to know what to expect from you and that you are an authority in your field the more that you develop the skill set and the more consistent that you do this. Live video is also going to help you stand out from the crowd, because in a world where everybody is trying to get noticed and really to compete for space on these platforms, having strong visibility by using video is going to make all the difference. When you're on video, nobody can clone you, at least not yet, right? Like you're not going to find another Ginna Marie Gonzalez Tassanelli, I just gave you my entire name, on video that looks exactly like me. And that is me, right? So it allows you to really stand out and be unique. And when clients or even colleagues see that you have a strong presence and positioning, they are going to be more likely to consider you as their go-to solution or to refer you. So today, what we're going to start with is the secret ingredient in making marketing, especially your live streams, work for you. Okay. And this is part one of the foundation. So it's the number one ingredient, secret is you. And then there's 4 foundations to this blueprint. Okay. But it starts with you. So with that said, we also need to position ourselves in a way that's going to be conducive for people to want to know, like, trust, and eventually buy from us. So whether you're doing video, if you're still not yet comfortable with doing video, maybe you haven't done any videos yet, hopefully by the end of this you will. But whether or not you are doing video, you're putting video content out there. So let's say you are just really sharing images and text, okay? Your positioning is still really important, because that is one of the foundations that are really for marketing in general, whether, like I said, whether you're doing video or any sort of other type of marketing. So if you are someone that wonders why nobody's engaging, why nobody's clicking, maybe why nobody's buying from you when you post something and you make an offer, I want you to do inventory on how you are positioning yourself. I get asked so many times, Ginna, why isn't anyone engaging with my post? Or why does the algorithm not like me? And then I go to check their personal profile as well as their business profiles. But the big one that I want you to focus on, at least for today, is your personal profile. And I can't even tell for many of you, and I'm not saying you specifically that's watching, but just in general, that you even have a business. So if you can't tell from literally 3 seconds that somebody finds your profile, because believe me, people are scoping you out, they're going to check you out. If they can't tell within 3 seconds, they're not going to take you seriously, because you're not giving the impression that you are taking your business seriously and your visibility. And so if this is how you feel, like, you're just not getting the engagement, that sort of thing, comments, people aren't paying attention to you, check, do an inventory, do a self-check of your actual profile. And here's what I want you to really pay attention to. Number 1 is your profile picture. Is it blurry? Is it you? Or is it your dog, your cat? Is it a caricature? Is it an AI image, right? Make it you. It should be you. It should be a clear, crisp picture of you. Now, I love my family to death, right? I actually used to have, it was like a small family photo in my profile picture. Here's the thing. If you're using social media as a vehicle to help attract your ideal clients, and you are a family person, it's important for people to know about your family and that you are a family person. However, that little image, it's hard when you're squeezing 4 people in there or 5 people or 6, however many people are in your family, for them to actually identify with who you are. Right? So you want to use a picture of you. The other thing is your cover image, the larger banner space, right? Which is a big piece of inventory that we have on these platforms. What does that look like? Is it blurry? Does it make sense? Does it show your character, your personality, your values? Does it show that you're in business? So pay attention to that too. So my desire for you is really to guide you and to support you in showing you how to show up as your highest self so that you can be seen as the go-to expert and build a business truly that creates wealth, but also allows you to live life. Because I'm sure that you feel like you spend way too much wasted time on social media. And here's what I can tell you. When you implement this strategy that I'm going to share with you using live streams, you are going to spend less time on social media because you're actually putting more value out there that people want to consume. Today, we're talking about the 4 parts needed for this revenue generating live stream strategy to work and the secret ingredient, which we've already talked about, right? Remember, what's the secret ingredient? Remember that? It's you. Okay. That needs to be a part of each one of these pieces to the foundations. Tomorrow, I'm going to walk you through the 3 stages to creating revenue generating live streams. So let's dive into these 4 foundational pieces needed for this revenue generating live stream strategy to work. Okay. So as I mentioned, number 1 is you. So the first thing that we need to do with you, with me, with ourselves is to have an identity shift. When we stop thinking about ourselves as the role that we play in our business and we shift more to the role that we play as a human, as a real person that leads our business, and we are encompassing our entire unique self, all of our quirks, our skills, our experiences, and we embody ourselves as a brand, immersing ourselves into our business. That's where the magic begins. And here's the thing. I skipped this step in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, and I see many people do this. And so if you are struggling in your business, in all parts of your business, not just in marketing, but in sales, in leads, it is most likely because of this. But what I encourage you to do is to step outside of the role that you have in your business as the founder, as the CEO, as the president, as the business owner, as the entrepreneur. And I want you to step into the role of you as a human being, your unique self, your amazing self. Okay. And knowing that the secret ingredient is you, it's literally been staring at you in the mirror every single day. When you are looking in the mirror, when you're looking on camera, it's you. Okay. So you are the most essential part of your business because you are the expert. And I see so many coaches, so many consultants, so many women led business owners, entrepreneurs curious about making more money, getting more clients, learning new tactics, learning this strategy, even learning what I'm going to teach you today. But before I get into really dive into that strategy, this is why I start with this. Because when I didn't do this in my business, I found that that's why I was not growing and scaling my business because I was super private. My profile picture was my business logo. I mean, I was putting myself out there like I was some kind of, national famous celebrity agency. And that's just not what was going on. I was a solopreneur at the time. And so what was missing was that people were not getting to know the face at that time behind the business. Now it's in front of the business, right? So they weren't making that connection. And so as an expert, if you are the person that's actually delivering your services, your offers, your products, you must show up. Okay. And it doesn't matter the tactics, the new tactics that you learn, the scripts that you get, the templates that you get, you will end up throwing in the towel too early because you're looking for an easy magic button, but you're not fully committing yourself to being the leader of your business. And this is why you'll see that two people can have the same exact script, they can have the same exact audience, they can have the same exact Facebook Live button, but one makes more than the other. It's how they're showing up and what they're putting out there in the value with how they're showing up. Okay, so that makes a difference. And that's where having this identity shift takes place. So we want you to embrace yourself as the personal brand in your business and to stop getting in the way. All right. So the second part to the 4 foundational pieces needed for this revenue generating live stream strategy is optimizing your presence. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. I kind of mentioned it earlier. When somebody goes to your personal profile, within 3 seconds, can they tell what it is that you do for a living as a business owner? Okay. For many, the answer is going to be no. And that's okay because we're going to change that. But optimizing your presence means that you enhance your online presence by optimizing your profiles and all of the channels that you're on. Okay. Crafting compelling descriptions and headlines that highlight you as a unique expertise. And so we're going to start today with your positioning statement. So this is a 1 to 2 sentence statement that clearly articulates your product or services with a unique value to your clients. Okay. And this is kind of what it sounds like. I help blank to blank so that they can blank. So for me, it's I help established experts and entrepreneurs to ignite their visibility on social media so that they can increase their credibility and revenue. Very simple. And that was actually 1 sentence. There's more to that, but we're going to start slow. Okay. We're going to build starting slow. But so for today, I want you to think about your positioning statement. Okay. But basically, here's what it looks like. I help blank. So you're going to fill in the blank to blank so that they can blank. So basically, the first blank, you want to insert your ideal client. Okay, or the description of your ideal client. Then you want to insert what problem do you solve for them. Okay, so I help people with visibility problems, right? So I help them ignite their visibility. And then the last blank, you're going to insert the result, the transformation that you provide. So the result for me is I help them to increase their revenue, to increase their visibility, to increase their lead generation. All right. So the reason why this is so important is because with social media and search engines like Google, it is easy, like literally at the click of a button, for people to find out information about you. And if you're not aware of how you're presenting yourself online, you can actually be scaring people away. So putting yourself out there as your own brand where you focus on the human aspect of your business and as you as the face of your business is going to help control that narrative about yourself, and it's going to help introduce yourself in the best light possible to people that find you. Okay, and not to mention it's going to help you to stand out from the competition. And in a world where everyone has a website, or mostly everyone that's in business or has some sort of online presence, it seems like there's a lot of competition out there. But if you position yourself in a way that truly humanizes you, you're going to stand out. Honestly, there's no competition. So if your ideal clients can see that you're an expert in your field and you have this solid personal brand with a positioning statement, they are more likely to want to do business with you. Okay. All right. So the third foundation needed for this revenue generating live stream strategy to work is to understand your audience. And I don't just mean like, what's their age? Where do they live? Do they go to college? Do they have kids? No. That's like very basic. Like my daughter says, that's so basic. That's too basic. Okay. We want to actually deeply comprehend their needs, their pain points, their aspirations, all of it. What are they waking up at night, worried about? What does their daily life look like? What kinds of books do they read? What influencers do they follow? Do they work out? What kind of foods do they like to eat? What is their, lifestyle like? Do they like to go to movies? I mean, you really want to know very deeply everything about your audience. Okay. Because when you understand this on a deep level, you're able to create not only video content, but just content in general, emails, blogs, text messages, regular social media posts, stories, and of course, live video, recorded videos, reels, all of that. You're able to create content that actually addresses their specific challenges, provides them valuable insights, and it creates engagement to create meaningful conversations. Okay. So there's something to highlight in that last statement that I just said, meaningful conversations. Something that I want you to get out of everything that I'm sharing with you is that content, whether it's video, whatever it is, whatever type of content it is that you're putting out there, the purpose of content is to actually get people to have conversations with you. It's not so much to sell them, okay? And this is something that we really work on when you work with me is building that customer journey, that experience with your content so that by the time you do put an offer out there, they're more likely to engage on it, right? But there's different stages to our content. And we want to make sure that when we are putting content out there, whether it's video or, like I said, just regular posts, emails, whatever it is, that we are providing value to our audience in different stages of that customer journey. Meaning the awareness stage when they just find out who we are, the consideration stage, what's going to get them, inspire them to consider to want to work with us, the purchasing stage, and then we want to retain them, right? And we want them to become our brand ambassadors. So really understanding your audience on a deep level is going to allow you to do this in a way that's going to be effective, and it's going to make your time on social media worthwhile. All right. The last foundation, number 4, the fourth foundation needed for this revenue generating live stream strategy to work is the strategy itself and developing a strategic approach to everything that you put out there. So when you create a well-defined strategy for your live video, but also for all other parts of your content, you want to, identifying the platforms that you're going to be on, the channels, where is your target audience most active, a schedule that you can commit to, planning out topics that are moving people through that customer journey to the end result where you want to get them to, right? So let's say, for example, you have a new product that you're launching. You want to really be strategic in your live videos that you put out there over the course of 4 to 8 weeks so that you are planting the seed to that launch, right? That's one way. But you need to be strategic and plan these things out. It's not just, let's just hit the go live button and just let's see what happens, right? There's more to it. And so when it feels like it's not working for you, it's typically because we just haven't developed a strategic approach and we're not consistent with that. Thanks again. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, remember to stay social. Bye, guys.